Hi, this is Matt Groening, welcoming you to Season 4 of The Simpsons on DVD. Oh, we got a lot of fan favorites on this one. This is probably the most jam-packed, fun-filled batch of episodes yet. The best episodes in the history of the show, at least until next season. This is the one that's got Bart and Lisa and their ill-fated trip to Camp Krusty, Ralph Wiggum's immortal Choo-Choo-Choose Me Valentine.
You choo-choo-choose me?
This is the one that has Homer actually meeting God. And if you look closely, God has 5 fingers. The theological implications are staggering. This has got Maggie escaping from the Ayn Rand School of Tots. The legendary Mr. Plow King rivalry.
Hiya, Homer! Say hello to the Plow King!
This has got Homer killing the zombie Flanders, and Bart saying, "Dad, you killed the zombie Flanders!" And Homer saying, "He was a zombie?" One of my favorite lines. This has Marge, Apu, Chief Wiggum, and Flanders singing their hearts out in Oh Streetcar. This has the classic debut of Itchy and Scratchy in Steamboat Itchy. I think it has my all-time favorite Simpsons line in the history of the show. This is the one in the monorail episode where Marge opens the cabinet in the monorail and there's a family of possums. And Homer says,
I call the big one Bitey.
It kills me every time. In addition to all that, we've got audio commentaries on every episode, which is why this thing took so long to put out. Deleted scenes. We've got a deeper look into the animation process with animated storyboards and animatics. This box is loaded with stuff. You're going to love it. So on behalf of the brilliant actors, animators, musicians, writers, and behind-the-scenes abused underlings, I'd like to welcome you to another batch of The Simpsons. Enjoy these discs. We're working on more. Onward and upward. Away. Hey, this is Matt Groening, welcoming you to The Simpsons Season 5 on DVD. This is the one to have, man. You made a great purchase. Let me tell you, this has got some of the best episodes ever. This one has Cape Fear. You know, that's the one where Sideshow Bob gets out of prison. This has got the infamous tattoo, Die Bart Die. Then there's our great Treehouse of Horror 4. One of my favorite episodes is Bart finds himself joining the junior campers after a squishy bender. Then, of course, there's Ned Flanders with his immortal line,
Godspeed, little doodle.
Gambling is legalized in Springfield. This features an unsettling warning about the dangers of casino tigers. Stay tuned for the first appearance of Cletus the slack-jawed yokel. Plus, we got the 100th episode. We lasted that long. Lots of guest stars this season. We completely went crazy. We got David Crosby, George Harrison, Pamela Reed, Conan O'Brien, Kelsey Grammer, Albert Brooks, Robert Goulet, Michelle Pfeiffer, the Ramones, James Brown, Ernest Borgnine, Werner Klemperer, Kathleen Turner, James Taylor, Jerry Cooney, Sam Neill, James Woods, and our favorite astronaut, Buzz Aldrin. What would a special box set be without value-added material? Man, this is jam-packed. Commentaries on every single show. Tons and tons of deleted scenes. Multi-angle animated showcases. And illustrated commentaries with the Simpsons directors and animators where they're actually drawing on the screen. It's really unsettling, but it's kind of fun to watch. So sit down, grab a duff or a donut or both. Get ready for fun. Let's roll 'em.
Let's roll.
Idly ho, Simpsons fanarinos. This is happy-go-lucky cartoon boy Matt Groening doing the world's worst Flanders imitation, welcoming you to that miracle medium of the 20th century, the DVD. Just between you and me, this is my favorite season of The Simpsons so far. This has got the origin of Maggie. This has got our big cliffhanger special. Marge finds out what it's like to be a cop. Contrary to popular belief, Maggie actually does speak from time to time. In fact, in this season, she says my favorite line.
This is indeed a disturbing universe.
I left the end of the hockey episode with Lisa and Bart both deciding not to compete and Homer's reaction.
They're both losers! Losers!
Thank you for buying season 6, but I gotta be honest with you, these seasons all run together to me. It's just like a big blur of yellow and weird lines and stuff. But I do have to say, this is a really good season because this has some of our favorite guest stars in the show. We got Winona Ryder, Kelsey Grammer, Meryl Streep, John Lovitz playing the critic, Larry King, Dennis Franz playing Homer Simpson, Ted Danson, Rhea Perlman, Woody Harrelson, John Ratzenberger, and George Wendt, Anne Bancroft, Patrick Stewart, the one and only Mel Brooks, Susan Sarandon, Mandy Patinkin, legendary talk show host Dick Cavett, Joe Mantegna back again as Fat Tony, Johnny Unitas, Steve Allen, and Latin Boogaloo favorite Tito Puente.
Tito Puente.
Not only do we have all 25 episodes from this fantastic classic season, we also have audio commentaries on every episode. We're not like those other TV shows that come out on DVD doing one episode or two episodes. We do all 25 episodes. And there's all sorts of Easter eggs and Simpsons commercials and animation showcases with interactive looks at how we create this whole shebang, along with an intro to Who Shot Mr. Burns by the man who gave me my first job, Jim Brooks. So sit back on the stained couch in your parents' basement, pop open another Duff, have some chips if you want to, and get ready to take a long, slow cruise down animated memory lane, babies. No! Welcome, cartoon chums, to Season 7 of The Simpsons on DVD. This is Matt Groening. This is the season in which we find out who really shot Mr. Burns. Also, this is the season in which we had Radioactive Man with one of my favorite lines of all time, "The goggles, they do nothing." We have an amazing Treehouse episode this year featuring groundbreaking CGI technology, and the Simpsons 138th episode Spectacular featuring how I really look in real life. Team Homer, oh man, if you want to see the Simpsons characters Apu, Moe, Otto, and Homer bowling, this is the episode for you. As usual with our little show, we're jam-packed with fantastic guest stars. This year we had the late, great Tito Puente, the unbelievable Mickey Rooney, Paul McCartney, Linda McCartney, Glenn Close, Harry Morgan, Paul Anka, Arlie Ermey, Kelsey Grammer back as Sideshow Bob, Lawrence Tierney, Tom Kite, the great Bob Newhart, Alex Rocco, Jack Sheldon, Suzanne Summers, the one and only Kirk Douglas, Jeff Goldblum, Joe Mantegna back as Fat Tony, Christina Ricci, the band Cypress Hill, Peter Frampton, Sonic Youth, and Smashing Pumpkins. I'd like to do a special call out to the great Doris Grau, voice of Lunch Lady Doris.
At last the world is safe.
We do an audio commentary for every single episode. We got deleted scenes, we got multi-angle views of the original storyboards and the black and white animatics. We've got illustrated commentaries, original sketches and show designs, and a bonus featurette about the show's cutting-edge CGI segment with Homer in the third dimension. So settle back, get an extra wide straw and cram it in your mango mocha squishy, open the plastic wrapper on a Quickie Mart microwave heat lamp dog, and get ready to laugh. Laugh! Hi, this is Matt Groening welcoming you to Season 8. This is a great season. This is a season we won our 4th Emmy for Outstanding Animated Show. We won an Emmy for Outstanding Music and Lyrics for Bart After Dark. We beat the Flintstones as the longest-running primetime animated series in TV history with our 167th episode, The Itchy and Scratchy and Poochie Show. Oh, such heartwarming stories this season. Ned Flanders commits himself to a mental institution. Homer moves the family to Cypress Creek to work at Globex Corporation for supervillain Hank Scorpio, played by the incomparable Albert Brooks. Mr. Burns discovers he has a long-lost son, played by Rodney Dangerfield. Oh, then there's the one where Homer becomes a star boxer after realizing he can sustain multiple blows to the head without falling. And Lisa finally gets a boyfriend. Unfortunately, it's Nelson Muntz. Homer eats an insanity pepper, goes on a psychedelic journey, meets up with Johnny Cash in the form of a crazy coyote. You gotta watch that one, folks. Homer mistakes Mr. Burns for an alien, which prompts an X-Files investigation. Mayor Quimby reinstates prohibition in Springfield, and Homer starts a bootlegging business. Homer fears that Bart might be gay. Oh, and Itchy and Scratchy are joined by a new character, the lovable Poochie, played by Homer. In one of the all-time weird great episodes of The Simpsons, Homer discovers his face appears on a box of Japanese dish soap. These DVDs are jam-packed with beautifully restored pictures, 5.1 sound, whatever that is, illustrated commentaries from the animators, animation showcases, sketch galleries, we got hidden Easter eggs, a featurette about the real-life Simpsons house built in Las Vegas. Oh man, if you buy these DVDs for the deleted scenes, you are in for a treat, because in this particular box set, there's almost 20 minutes of deleted scenes, and here's a hint. Look around for Easter eggs. They're hidden everywhere. They got more jumbo, cool, neat, hidden stuff. Check it out. The guest stars are unbelievable on this DVD. We got Albert Brooks, of course, Paul Winfield, Michael Buffer, Rodney Dangerfield, John Lovitz is back, Johnny Cash as the Cosmic Coyote, Leonard Nimoy as Leonard Nimoy, Julian Anderson and David Duchovny of X-Files, Joe Mantegna, always great as Fat Tony, Jack Lemmon, man, Jack Lemmon. Kelsey Grammer hitting it out of the park as Sideshow Bob, David Hyde Pierce as Sideshow Bob's brother Cecil, John Waters, Dave Thomas, Brett the Hitman Hart, Sab Shimono, Tim Conway, Gallard Sartain, Willem Dafoe, Alex Rocco, and the late, great Phil Hartman.
I have a wife and kids. Eat them!
Some of the most memorable lines ever spoken on The Simpsons are in this box set.
Oh, shut up. You're wasting valuable smashing time.
There's a line in one of the shows that kills me every time, and that's when Principal Skinner's mom says,
You can't have that one. That's a coconut cake.
cracks me up every time. So settle back, swallow that Guatemalan insanity pepper, and get ready to digest another great season of The Simpsons. Enjoy. Heartily ho, neglectorinos. This is Matt Groening once again welcoming you back to another jam-packed season of Simpsons frivolity and maliciousness. Usually in The Simpsons we go for hijinks and hilarity, but this time we go for some real heartwarming episodes. We see the fall and rise of Krusty the Clown in The Last Temptation of Crust. Apu gets married, that's pretty happy. Mo falls in love, that's always sad. Springfield gets brainwashed by a diabolical radical religious cult. The kids get marooned on an island. Bart destroys Christmas, heartwarming. We discover Principal Skinner isn't who he says he is in one of my least favorite episodes. And this season features one of my all-time favorite lines from the history of the series when Homer says,
I'm not normally a praying man, but if you're up there, please save me, Superman.
oh man, do we have great guests this time. Martin Sheen from U2, Bono, The Edge, Adam Clayton, and Larry Mullen. Fivish Finkel, not in U2, great actor. Sportscaster and good guy Roy Firestone. Joe Namath, creator of King of the Hill, My Hero, Mike Judge, Jan Hooks. The great Andrea Martin from SCTV. Stephen J. Gould, smart guy. Alex Trebek from Jeopardy, also a smart guy. Jim Varney, maybe not so smart, but really funny. Jack Ong, James Earl Jones, Bruce Baum, Janine Garofalo, the funny and beautiful Bobcat Goldthwait, the funny Steve Wright, also beautiful, the great Jay Leno, Hank Williams Jr., Helen Hunt, Bob Denver, and just a tip, go back to Dobie Gillis, watch him as Maynard G. Krebs. If you want to know what my whole life is based on, it's Maynard G. Krebs. Rod Steiger, Paul Winfield, Brendan Fraser, Steven Weber, and the great Steve Martin. As usual, we've got lots of hidden Easter eggs, and here's a clue for one of them. You've got to help Professor Provolone. And man, you're getting your money's worth with this DVD box set because we have audio commentaries, not on just like one or two episodes the way other TV shows do, but on every single episode. And this time we got the animators, the writers, the cast, and even Jay Leno. We've got a couple of really cool illustrated commentaries with me and the animation directors and Yardley Smith. 15 minutes of extra scenes that we couldn't, wouldn't, or possibly shouldn't have ever shown. We've got animated storyboards, which is kind of fun to look at because you can see what we were trying to do and how we changed it and made it better. There's also some great concept drawings. Check it out. Then if you missed the original broadcast experience, we got some old TV commercials. There's even a trailer for the new Simpsons movie. Oh my God, they're making a Simpsons movie? So, get the kids or someone else's if you don't have your own. Ease on back on that couch, grab yourself a breakfast log or two, maybe a straw burrito, and block out the next 12 to 14 hours because you'll need them, because you know you can't quit after just one episode, or 7, 19, or 20, 22, 23, 25. That's about it. There really aren't more than 25. Hey everybody, it's me, your old pal Matt Groening, welcoming you to season 10 of The Simpsons on DVD. Can you believe it? 10 years! And there's so many more, so let's get this thing started. Now I know you're going to watch them all obsessively anyway, but here's a little taste of what's in store for you this season. We got another super freaky Treehouse of Horror, this year featuring an evil, revenge-seeking hair transplant. Also, Bart and Lisa get sucked right into an itchy and scratchy cartoon, and perhaps freakiest of all, live-action appearances by Regis and Kathy Lee. Scary. Oh, and there's our sweet biblical epic where Homer and Marge play Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Naked. And we get to see sweet little Bart in the guise of the great King David taking on Goliath too.
Let's get it on!
See you later, Davey.
And not only that, we got a lot of traveling going on in this season. First off, the Simpsons are going to Japan. But to get home, they got to risk life and limb to win one of those wacky TV game shows. Oh, it's a good one. Next stop, Scotland. Mr. Burns takes Homer to Scotland to capture the Loch Ness Monster. And who will ever forget Homer and Ned's drunken stupor in Las Vegas with their classy new Vegas wives, Amber and Ginger. And it can't be The Simpsons without another Springfield riot. This time, Stephen Hawking saves the day. Finally, we see the last appearance of Troy McClure, voiced by our favorite actor, the great Phil Hartman. Okay, get ready for these guest stars, baby. We got Lisa Kudrow, William Daniels, Robert Englund, Ed McMahon, Kim Basinger, Jerry Springer, our old friend Ron Howard, Alec Baldwin, Brian Grazer, George Carlin, Martin Mull, Mark Hamill, Joe Mantegna as Fat Tony, George Takei, The Moody Blues, Cyndi Lauper, Fred Willard, Troy Aikman, Rosie Greer, John Madden, Dan Marino, super billionaire Rupert Murdoch, Dolly Parton, Pat Summerall, Ed Begley Jr., Elton John, Jan Hooks, Isabella Rossellini, Jasper Johns, Jack LaLanne, Michael McKeon, and the great Stephen Hawking. You know, you look at these other TV shows on DVD, and they don't really give you the kind of goods that we give you on the Simpsons DVD. We've got brand new fangled illustrated commentaries by some of the most amazing artists over at the Animation House Film Roman, plus loads and loads of never-before-seen deleted scenes, some hilarious, some, well, now you know why we cut them out. Look, not only are there commentaries for every single episode as usual, this time, for all you Star Wars nerds like me, we've got a special guest commentary with Mark Hamill himself. Very cool. Plus, there's lots more Simpsons commercials, foreign language features, Easter eggs, and a whole lot of other stuff waiting for you in a great big box. The last one to actually be shaped like a Simpsons head.
Ooh, that is gonna hurt tomorrow.
So relax, set your faces on fun, let it all hang out, and lean back in the Homer Simpson brand reclining toilet if you got one. You aren't going anywhere because I think this season you'll find escape is quite impossible. Shut up! Hey, boys and girls out there in Krusty Land. It's me, Matt Groening, welcoming you back to the 11th season of The Simpsons on DVD. There's no ticket required for this ride, kiddies, but before you pull an all-nighter watching each and every episode, let me tease you with a few deep-fried tidbits from this hilarity-packed season. First up, it's Homer and Mel Gibson teaming up to remake the classic Mr. Smith Goes to Washington with just a tinge of a difference, involving an M16, destruction of the Capitol building, impaling a senator with the American flag, decapitating the president, but other than that, it's pretty much the same movie.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
We've got the big deal episode when Barney sobers up and saves the kids from a fiery doom in Days of Wine and Dozes, co-written by the voice of Barney, Dan Castellaneta himself. Oh, you say you wanted a bowling episode that involves baby Maggie, instant fame, followed by suicidal thoughts and a brush with death? Well, you got it all this season when Homer bowls a perfect 300 in Hello Gutter, Hello Fodder. Curious about Moe's early acting career? Who isn't? Well, thanks to the wonders of cartoon plastic surgery, we finally see Moe realize his dream of playing the one true Tad Winslow in an episode we like to call Big Molean.
Ha ha! Funzo! Funzo! Funzo!
And come on, what would a Simpsons season be without a sinister toy company exploiting the help of unsuspecting kids whose fuzzy and friendly toy turns evil and attempts to destroy all other toys? It's always a party with Funzo. Hey, this is a season in which Maude Flanders tragically dies, but we do let Ned Flanders get his vengeance as a werewolf in a great Treehouse of Horror episode. This time around, we've spared no expense to give you the most for your price of admission. We've got an interesting look at how the folks over at Film Roman create brand new animation for these DVDs using the same process they do for the show. You guys are constantly asking for more and more deleted scenes, so this time we really broke open the vault and we brought out a bunch of deleted scenes that have never been seen before. You decide whether we were right in deleting them. I think we were. And we thought it high time for a look back at some of the more memorable moments in the life of our favorite TV pal, Krusty the Clown. And once again, we've committed to recording commentaries for every single episode. You're going to get all the dirt on everybody and everything because we say anything that comes to mind. Plus, got some fantastic guest stars joining us. Come on, you got a few extra hours. Watch them. Ooh, and there's also a look back at the time when The Simpsons finally made it big with our star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Not only that, you got foreign language features, concept drawings, Easter eggs, of course, and a whole lot of other stuff just waiting for you in this jam-diddly-packed big box set. Man, do we have guest stars this time. Betty White, Britney Spears, Butch Patrick, Charlie Rose, Dick Clark, Diedrich Bader, Don Cheadle, Edward Asner, Fred Turner, Randy Bachman, Gary Marshall, Gary Coleman, Henry Winkler, Jack Burns, Jan Hooks, Jay North, Joe C., Joe Mantegna, John Goodman, Kid Rock, Lucy Lawless, Mark McGuire, Mel Gibson, Nancy O'Dell, Parker Posey, Pat O'Brien, Penn and Teller, Robert Evans, Ron Howard, Sean Colvin, Tim Robbins, Tom Arnold, and the magnificent Willie Nelson. So grab your bottle of Focusin or a basket of tobacco, maybe a pastry or 10, and get ready for the best TV e-ticket adventure since Rainier Wolfcastle's McBain went off the air. And if you don't think this is the best darn DVD ever,
Don't blame me. I didn't do it.
Hey TV pals, it's me, Matt Groening, welcoming you to Season 12 of The Simpsons on DVD. We've got a lot of great episodes this time around, so let's get right to it, shall we? First up, evil dolphins take over the world after Lisa frees their leader from a water park in one of our weirdest Treehouse of Horror episodes ever. And in our 250th episode, yes, it's come to that, 250, Homer leads a revolt that splits the town down the middle, and the Who themselves come to the rescue. Okay, get ready, I'm going to do this fast. Here's the roll call of guest stars this season. Gary Coleman, The Who, Drew Barrymore, Stephen King, Joe Mantegna as Fat Tony, Jay Moore, Amy Tan, John Updike, Joshua Jackson, Lisa Gibbons, Patrick McGowan, Edward Norton, Michael Keaton, Charles Napier, Robert Schimmel, Bruce Valanche, Tom Savini, Pete Sampras, Serena and Venus Williams, and all the boys from NSYNC, along with Stacy Keach, Kathy Griffin, Jan Hooks, Sean Colvin, and the always spectacular Kelsey Grammer. Okay, I know you want to get to the real thing, but just listen to this. We got lots of extra features. We got the return of the illustrated commentaries by the animators from Film Roman, dozens, yes, I said dozens of deleted scenes, and a lot more. Greetings, Triskaidekaphobes. It's me, Matt Groening, your host, welcoming you to Season 13 of The Simpsons on DVD. We've got 22 episodes standing by to give you more animated hijinks and outright tomfoolery than you'll know what to do with. Right off the bat, we've got angry gypsy curses, perverted leprechauns, a maniacal supercomputer, mutant frogs, and a whole lot of other creepy stuff in our 12th installment of the Treehouse of Horror. You want another travel show? Well, you got it. This time, the Simpsons are going to Brazil, adding yet another town to the list of cities who have threatened to sue the show. Then, the great Stan Lee encourages Bart to create Angry Dad, which becomes the most popular non-nudie site on the internet. As always, the list of guest stars this season is unbelievable. We've got Ben Stiller, Bill Saluga, Carmen Electra, Delroy Lindo, Dennis Weaver, Francis Sternhagen, George Takei, James Lepton, Jane Kasmerick, our old friend Joe Mantegna, John Lovitz, Judith Owen, Olympia Dukakis, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Paul Newman, Fish, the band, Pierce Brosnan, R.E.M., Reese Witherspoon, Richard Gere, Wolfgang Puck, Robert Pinsky, he's a poet, you knuckleheads, and the incredible Stan the Man Lee.
Oh, please. You couldn't even change into Bill Bixby.
As always, we've loaded this monstrosity with all kinds of extra features. Deleted scenes, hidden Easter eggs, commentaries for every single episode, and a whole lot more, so check it out! There's no token required here, kids. No need to wait in line. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the next 12 hours of The Simpsons 13th season in color on DVD. Here you go. Go, go, go! Greetings, foolish earthlings. I am Matt Groening, doing a half-assed Kang and Kodos impression. Do not be frightened. I will not do the whole introduction in this voice. I am merely welcoming you to the most scarifying... Okay, forget it. I can't even do it. How do they do it? Dan and Harry do it. I am merely welcoming you to the most scarifying season of animated television terror ever devised. This is the creepiest box set we've ever created, so you younger viewers better beware, or not. Oh no, I've slipped back into it! This season, we've got a bunch of Homer clones, outlaw zombies, and enough manimals to satisfy even the weirdest of you in our 13th installment of the Treehouse of Horror, and in particular, look out for Flanders as some sort of half-man, half-cow creature. What he says is very disturbing.
Oh, come on, Homer. All I'm asking is for you to yank my teats and harvest my milk.
Oh, fine.
And man, if you like rock and roll, check out How I Spent My Summer Vacation with Mick and Keith, Elvis and Lenny, Brian and Tom joining together to teach rock and roll fantasy camp to Homer and Barney and all the rest. You know, your favorite nitwits. And as usual, we've got more guest stars than you could ever hope for. We've got Jan Hooks, Burt Ward, and of course, Adam West, David Lander, Larry Holmes, Kelsey Grammer back as Sideshow Bob, Little Richard, Elliot Gould, Lisa Leslie, Tony Hawk, Blink 182, Helen Fielding, my hero, James L. Brooks, Marisa Tomei, Eric Idle, Joe Mantegna, my other hero, Scott Thompson, my third hero, Weird Al Yankovic, my fourth hero, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, David Byrne, also a hero, Stacy Keach. You know, I can't keep saying hero every time, okay? But just assume these are heroes. Steve Buscemi, Jackson Brown, Elvis Costello, Lenny Kravitz, Tom Petty, Brian Setzer, Keith Richards, and Mick Jagger, my hero. So if you're ready for tales that will shatter your spine and boil your blood, then turn out the lights, lock the doors, and get ready for the creepiest, kookiest, scarifyingest experience you've ever had with a round piece of plastic, and enjoy The Simpsons' complete 14th season, for it may be your last. Hey, are we rolling? Okay, here we go. This is Matt Groening welcoming you to The Simpsons' complete 15th season on Blu-ray and DVD. Oh man, this season, 15th, good one. We got the baby riots, we got the battling robots, we have a pie-wielding vigilante, Pie Man. It's Homer. We've got one of the most blatant and controversial moonings ever seen in Bart Mangled Banner. And with every episode, as usual, the only TV series I think that does this, we have commentaries on every single show. Plus, we've uncovered a bunch of deleted scenes, original character sketches, animatics, and a ton of other great stuff, so check them out. Oh, did I mention the guest stars? I think I will. Jerry Lewis, Jennifer Garner, Oscar de la Hoya, Glenn Close, Michael Moore, Prime Minister Tony Blair, J.K. Rowling, Charles Napier, Jackie Mason, Mr. T, Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen, the elusive Thomas Pynchon, Tom Clancy, Simon Cowell, John Lovitz, Brave Combo, my favorite polka band in the world, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jane Kazmarek, Nichelle Nichols, and in a special cameo, moi, and the distinguished Sir Ian McKellen as Macbeth. So turn out the lights, let your hair down, put your hair up, I don't care, grab some munchies, grab a few friends, squeeze onto the couch, and get ready for an 11-hour trip through non-stop Simpsons mayhem and hilarity that is Simpsons Season 15. Come on, let's go. Turn it. Go. Go. And one final disclaimer. It is not good luck to pull my beard. Please. Thank you. Greetings, my fellow nerds, geeks, dorks, Poindexters, and Poindextrinas. This is your fearless cartoonist, Matt Groening, welcoming you back to The Simpsons, the complete 16th season on Blu-ray, DVD, and temporal transference beam for those of you watching from the future. Hey, listen up, kids. Talk about an educational season. Bart learns about the birds and the bees. Homer learns that spider poison is people poison. And we all learn that comic book guy's real name isn't Lois Lane after all. That was my idea. Anyway, Lois Lane, get it? Like Lois Lane? Professor Frink gives Bart and Lisa a glimpse into the future that happens to include a cameo guest appearance by a certain beloved robot from that other animated TV show set in the future. Hint, not Rosie the Maid.
All right.
This season also contains our 350th episode, featuring Ray Romano as a roofer who may or may not even exist.
Hey, no one calls me a monster and questions my existence.
But we'll leave that for Stephen Hawking to decide.
I can answer that.
We've also got more action than any other show on TV except Rawhide, Ripcord, or Mannix. We got car crashes, a giant plane crash, a volcanic eruption, a nuclear explosion, a prison riot, a garage door mishap, and everyone's favorite, the Rapture. And what about the extras, Matt? Well, I'm glad you asked. We've got a bunch of deleted scenes, some beautiful stuff from the animators, commentaries for every single episode, and how many shows can say that? I don't think many. And as always, we've got the very best and brightest guest stars ever assembled in one season. Here we go! James Caan, Thomas Pynchon, Kim Cattrall, Eric Idle, Tom Brady, LeBron James, Michelle Kwan, Yao Ming, Warren Sapp, 50 Cent, Gary Busey, Jane Kazmarek, Lucy Liu, Robert Wagner, Frank Gehry, Joe Mantegna as always, the late great Charles Napier, Amy Poehler, John DiMaggio, Stephen Hawking, Fantasia Barrino, Jason Bateman, Liam Neeson, and the amazing Albert Brooks as Tab Spangler. So rejoice, my fellow brainiacs, and put on your best pair of spectacles, grab that dessert dog, find a cozy place on the couch, hit that play all episodes button, and let the commencement begin. Good night, everybody. Buongiorno, Simpsons lovers. It is I, your humble vignettista, Matt Groening, welcoming you to The Simpsons, the complete 17th season on Blu-ray and DVD. We got so much going on this season. Where can we begin? Okay, how about here? We've got the return of everyone's favorite homicidal maniac, Sideshow Bob. Only this time he's a loving husband and father to his very own villain in training, Little Gino.
Vendetta! Vendetta! Vendetta for me, Papa!
And this season, everyone's getting in on the criminal action. Marge takes part in a $1 million heist. Homer hijacks the Duff blimp. Lisa illegally teaches that ridiculous theory of evolution. Bart is sent to behavioral modification camp. Patty and Selma get pretty freaky and kidnap their favorite celebrity crush, TV's MacGyver. And Mr. Burns hunts the world's most dangerous game.
The most dangerous game? What could it be?
But fear not, friends. We've got plenty of heartwarming stuff, too. Homer gets a new dad, played by the distinguished Michael York. Bart gets a new Mon, played by the distinguished Toot Toot the Chimp. Grandpa realizes his dream of becoming a matador. Homer and Marge fall in love all over again after her bout with amnesia, and Homer runs for office dressed as a salamander. We've also got tales about high seas, Christmas trees, and nature's clown, the manatees. Oh, and speaking of exotic travel, this season the Simpsons are going to India where Homer becomes a god. At least he thinks so.
Silence!
And then the family heads to Italy to pick up a new roadster for Mr. Burns, but while they're there, they run into
Sideshow Bob!
The Simpsons!
And finally, the Simpsons pay a visit to perhaps the most despicable, disgusting, depraved place of all, the Fox network in Los Angeles. Hey, there's Dan. Plus, as always, we've managed to wrangle up the biggest and brightest and guestiest stars anywhere. And I mean anywhere. We've got Richard Dean Anderson, Alec Baldwin, Sal Bando, Terry Bradshaw, Maria Grazia Cucinotta, Antonio Fargas, Smokin' Joe Frazier, Ricky Gervais, Kelsey Grammer, the late great Larry Hagman, Randy Johnson, Stacy Keach, William H. Macy, Joe Mantegna, Francis McDormand, the lovely Mandy Moore, the lovely Rob Reiner, world traveler Dennis Rodman, Gene Tennis, Lily Tomlin, and the illustrious Michael York as Mason Fairbanks.
I've dined with the Prince of Wales and with killer whales, but only the latter knew how to chew without humming.
And what would a Simpsons collection be without the extra features? I'm going to speed up now. We've got a bunch of deleted scenes, some beautiful stuff from the animators, commentaries for every single episode. What the hell? What are we thinking? A look at the great Alf Clausen and music from the show. So check out those features.
Might as well rub dirt in my eyes.
Now, my friends, pour yourself a glass of fine wine. Pair it with a big block of gourmet cheese. Slip into something more comfortable. Stake out a primo spot on the couch. Not where it's all saggy but, the good part. Get someone to give you a neck rub. I like it with chicken grease. And sit back and enjoy The Simpsons, the complete 17th season. 17? Oh, my God.
La commedia è finita.
Hey, Simpsons completists. Matt Groening here. Welcome to season 18. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. More DVDs? I thought DVDs were over. But no, we're back. We are so happy after years of being away. In fact, on April 8th, 2015, we were told there would be no more DVDs. But you, out there in TV land, wouldn't take no for an answer. And you wrote petitions and you posted abusive comments online. And we realized, finally, that these weren't just cries of anger, although there was anger. They were cries for help. Cries for help completing your Simpsons DVD collections. So here we go, season 18. Complete with all our trademark rambling audio commentaries for every single episode. You're now one box set closer to filling that gaping hole on your shelf. So, I've rambled enough. It is now, with great pleasure and relief, that I can say, although we took our sweet time about it, and I apologize for that on behalf of everyone who worked on this show, the long Simpsons drought is over for now. So pull up a couch, I'm assuming you're not seated, you're standing for this, and settle back for yet another year of Simpsons satire and couch gags, and you can feel free to stop posting hurtful things on the internet. Thank you very much. Enjoy. Greetings, Simpsons superfans and seekers of curiosity. 'Tis I, your pal, Matt Groening, welcoming you once again to one of our greatest seasons ever. That's right, it's season 19 of The Simpsons on DVD. Listen, I know it's been a while, but we've been hard at work to bring you all one of the most anticipated DVD sets ever. You asked for it. We didn't listen. Then we did listen, and now you have it in your hot little hands. 20 of our finest episodes ever. I know I always say that, but this time it's kind of true. Jam-packed with commentaries on every single episode that make this such an incredible gift for yourself, your family. Why am I trying to sell you this thing? Obviously, if you're listening to this, you already bought it. What I'm trying to say is you got a good deal. Here at Simpsons headquarters, we pride ourselves on creating the most memorable yellow characters anywhere. And this season, we brought all your favorites back. We've got the family plastic surgeon, Dr. Velimirovic. And then we got Snake's fickle girlfriend turned wife, Gloria Jailbird. Country songbird Lurleen Lumpkin is back. Not doing so good, but she's back. And let's not forget Sideshow Bob trying to kill Bart once again. Also, I'd like to slow things down for a moment and talk about Homer's mother, Mona. She makes her final appearance in the show, alive anyway. I mean, come on, it's a cartoon. After she passes away in the heartfelt episode, Mona Leaves-a. Now, you listen up and you listen good. Our guest stars on this little show are unmatched anywhere, live action or animation. So, get ready. Here they are. Stephen Colbert, Lionel Richie, Maya Rudolph, Placido Domingo, Matt Dillon, Alan Moore, Art Spiegelman, and Dan Klaus from the world of comics. Jack Black, Kelsey Grammer, John Mahoney, and David Hyde Pierce. Keith Olbermann, Dan Rather, Jon Stewart, Kurt Loder as Lurleen Lumpkin, Beverly D'Angelo. The Dixie Chicks, Zoe Deschanel, everybody's favorite director, Jim Jarmusch. John C. Reilly. Are you kidding me? We got John C. Reilly. Yes, we did. We got Steve Buscemi. We got Glenn Close. We got Drew Carey. And let's not forget, perhaps the perfect all-time great Simpsons guest, Weird Al Yankovic.
He who's tired of Weird Al is tired of life.
So until we meet again, this is aging cartoon boy Matt Groening saying, enjoy.
Really interesting stuff. 3 points out of a possible 5.